Alright guys, so for this trick I just need some specific cards. So we're going to get out the 4 aces here. I think these will be perfect just to help us out over here. Alright, so I'm going to be showing you a very cool little trick that anyone can really do using the 4 aces. You just have to know how to do it the right way. And to be honest, I don't really know exactly how it works, but I'll just try to explain it the best I can. Basically, I've been practicing this trick long enough that if I can shake the aces just in the right spot, I can actually cause them to go from face down to face up. And it's really odd, and it sounds strange, but I'm gonna show you guys it really does work. So look, all you have to do is shake the aces just in the right place, and that should cause one of the aces to turn over, the ace of diamonds. So that might have been a little bit too fast, so we'll try it again. So look, we have 4 face down aces just like this. All I have to do, I'm just gonna try and shake it in the right spot, try and get the next ace here, the ace of clubs, just like that, turns over. So there, now you've seen me do it with 2 aces, so now I'm gonna try it all 4 face down. We're gonna try the ace of hearts next. So look, all I have to do is shake. The ace of hearts should be right there. All right, perfect. And I think I got it. All right, the ace of hearts now turns over among all the other aces. And the ace of spades is the hardest. So look, we have 4 face down aces. The ace of spades is easily the hardest one. So I'm gonna shake it just in the right spot, and I think I got it because now we have the ace of spades just like this turned over, and here are all the aces. And so yeah, that's basically it, guys. All you have to do is just practice it. So you just take 4 face down aces, and you just have to keep trying, just keep shaking them in the right spot, and they should be able to turn over one at a time. But since I've been practicing this trick for long enough, I've actually found another really cool way to turn over the aces. It's a little bit harder, but it looks like this. You take the aces and you cut them into the middle of the deck, just like this. And all it takes is just that. That's all it takes. And the 4 aces should reverse themselves in the deck. Alright, and that is the trick, guys. So that was basically the trick, and now for the tutorial. Alright guys, so last week I did a full-length tutorial on the Elmsley count, and I promised that I would show you some really cool applications for it, and this is by far one of the coolest tricks that I know that uses the Elmsley count. It's a variation off of the classic trick called twisting the aces, and this variation I believe is called French twist. So it's a very cool application using the Elmsley count. So all you need is just 4 aces, and you're just going to get them out, and then you have the rest of the deck here. So it's basically an impromptu trick. You can start by removing the 4 aces from the middle of the deck, but if you want to just produce them in a cool way, you can set them on top just like this. I believe I've taught this production before in one of my previous videos, but basically you're dribbling the cards and then you sort of show the aces kind of just appear out of nowhere. All you're really doing is you're just sort of letting this last card just sort of flip over in your hand, because you have the 3 aces already face up and the top card is face down, so you just flip over that last one, and then it just kind of looks like the cards appear out of nowhere. And that is a cool way to produce the aces. So the setup, really, there is no setup, but the ace of spades should be on the bottom right here. So when you take out the aces for the first time, the ace of spades should be on the bottom. You have removed the aces, you produced them, and all you're gonna do now is spread them off the top, place them into your right hand, and you're gonna flip over both your hands at once. And this is so that you can actually catch a pinky break right below the top card. So you're just gonna push off the card as you flip your wrist over, and then pull it back to catch a pinky break. And you're going to place the 4 aces on top of the deck, square up the cards, and then you're going to pick up all the cards from the break and set the deck down. So now you've actually just stolen an extra card on the bottom of the aces. And now you're going to hold the cards in middle grip, and you're actually going to reverse count the aces. You're going to count 1, 2, 3, and then this last card is a double actually, and you're just going to place that right there on top. This is a double with the ace of spades and the random card. So this is your position right now, and all you're going to do is square up the cards, and you're actually going to flip the cards over, and you're going to hold the cards in middle grip one more time. You're going to peel off the bottom card and then set the rest of the cards on the table and just kind of drop them on the table. But make sure not to spread them out, because you don't want to reveal that face-up card on the bottom. And also, it's a random card, so that would be bad if they saw that. So once you're in this position, you're going to explain how you've been practicing this trick. If you shake the aces in just the right spot, in just the right way, you can actually cause them to turn from face down to face up. And that's just sort of what I do. I just sort of go like this, and I just turn the card over. What I do from here, I'm holding the card here in left hand mechanics grip, and then at this point, I'm going to pick up the packet on the table with my right hand in right hand mechanics grip. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab it with my fingers in mechanics grip, and then I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to turn my wrist over. At the same time, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be using my thumb here to sort of flip that ace over, and it should just look like all you're doing is just flipping over the ace and picking up the packet on the table, because you're seeing 2 face down cards here. So it's just a nice little illusion, but you're secretly flipping over the tabled packet as you turn it over. Then you're going to take this ace and put it on top of the pack and then just transfer this to your left hand. And then you should be good to go. You're in this position right now. You have 2 face down cards and then 3 aces on the bottom of the deck. So at this point, you're going to start by doing an Elmsley count. So you're just going to shake the cards, just kind of pretend to shake them like this. And then you're going to do an Elmsley count. So I'm not going to go in a full length tutorial for an Elmsley count because I already have one. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. But basically, you're just going to do an Elmsley count. And then you should see that that ace turns over face up. Now at this point, you're going to take the last card of the Elmsley count, and you're going to use this card here to flip over that card. So you're just going to flip it over like this, and then take this card and put it on the bottom of the pack. That's very important that you do that. You have to take that last card and put it on the bottom. So now you're in this position here. You have 2 face down cards, 2 face-up aces, and then a face-down card. And this will allow you to do a second Elmsley count, and it will look like all 4 cards are face down. So you're going to do a regular Elmsley count here, just like this, and it appears that all the cards are face down. So once you do that, now you're in this position. You've basically moved top 3 cards to the top, and they're all face down, and then now you have 2 face-up aces on the bottom. So now what you're going to do is you're going to give the cards another shake and say, all right, so we're going to try and get the second ace to turn over and just do another Elmsley count. So now we have the second ace here, the ace of clubs. Once again, use this card to flip over the face-up ace. So you're going to flip it over. Remember how I said put this one on the bottom? The second time, you put it on top. All right, so remember, the first time goes on the bottom, the second time goes on the top. That's all you have to remember. So now you're in this position here. You have 4 face down cards on top, and the ace of hearts is face up on the bottom. All you're going to do now is hold the cards in biddle grip, and you're just going to be reverse counting the cards into your left hand. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, and this is a double. Once again, it's basically the exact same move from the beginning of the trick, but now you're showing 4 face down cards instead, and this is a double over here. So now you're just going to square up the cards and just make sure not to flash the double, so just square it up nice and clean. And now all you're going to do is give it one more shake, and you're going to say, all right, so now we're going to try and get the third ace to turn over, and now you're going to perform what's called an Ascanio spread. So all you're doing is you're peeling off the top card with your thumb, and your fingers are going to be peeling out the bottom card, so just the bottom card here. So thumb peels out the top, fingers peel out the bottom, and then once you do those 2 cards, your middle finger is going to move from the bottom card to the bottom card of this packet over here. So you're going to peel off top, bottom, and then your finger moves from this card to this card, and it's just going to push it up like this. You're still holding a double over here. That was not the best Ascanio spread, so it should look something like this. And this here is a double, and it's being held in between all these cards here. So at this point, you're actually going to remove the double. You're just going to sort of hold it in biddle grip here, and then you're going to square up the cards in your left hand in mechanics grip, and then you're going to use your hand here to just kind of flip over those cards. And do not spread out these cards because you will expose that random card. So do not spread them out, just leave them there. Then you're going to take this double, set it on top, and then you're going to flip the packet over, and now you're just going to do one more Elmsley count to show that the cards are face down. And now you're going to say, so the ace of spades is the last one, and it's also the hardest, so just give a little shake, and now just do another regular Elmsley count. So you're going to go 1, 2, and then on this ace, you're actually going to leave it out jogged. So that is one different thing that you should do. Leave it out jogged, and then just place the last ace on top here. And now what you're going to do is you're going to spin out the ace of spades. So you're going to spin it out just like this to show it off. And then you're going to do the same move as before. You're actually going to be flipping both your wrists over, and you're going to push off the top card to catch a break. So that's basically just cover so that you can catch a break. So you're just going to go like this. Now that you have a break, you're going to take the ace of spades, place it face up on top of the pack, and you're going to grab all the cards from the break. So you're basically just grabbing a double here, and then just use your hand to flip over those 3 cards and then place the double on top. So now it looks like you have 4 aces. And now all you're going to do is you're going to square up the cards, and then you're going to pretend like this is the end. So you're going to be like, all right, so that's basically it. And you're going to be doing an Elmsley count because you're going to actually hide that random card. So you're going to show 1, 2, 3, 4 face down cards. And at this point, you're basically explaining, so yeah, that's all you have to do. You just got to practice it, and then you just got to shake it. And this shake is actually going to be a little bit different because what you're going to do is you're going to hold it on the corners, the thumb on the bottom right corner and the middle finger on the top left corner. Index finger goes on the long edge of the cards. Now, some people's hands might not be big enough to do this, but with practice, you guys should be able to do it. This is basically just doing the shake change, but you're just doing it with like 5 cards instead of 2. So you're just going to do the shake change by basically shaking your hands, pulling your index finger towards you like this, and pulling all the cards towards you, and then using the index finger to push it out. So you're just turning the cards over 180 degrees like this. So from here to here. That's basically all you're doing, and you're going to shake your hand at the same time. So it should look like essentially nothing. It should just look like you're shaking the cards. And so this is the position you're in now. So you have the face down random card on top and the 4 face up aces. So now you're going to say, all right, so I've actually developed a very cool way of turning over the aces. Place all the cards on top of the deck and just make sure not to flash it, so you can just put it on top nice and cleanly. Then you're going to cut about half the cards onto the table and then place the other half on top. And now all you're going to do is just do a little hand motion like this, and then you can spread out the cards and show the 4 aces have now reversed themselves in the deck. And then you can take them out and you can let the spectator examine literally everything. Everything ends up clean at this point. So I know that was a lot of Elmsley counts and different types of variations and ways to do moves, and I know it was very confusing, so I'll go through it one more time. But once you guys practice it, you guys should be able to get it down. You just kind of have to memorize the order and sequence of the moves, but it is pretty easy once you get it down. All right, so you're going to start with the aces in this order and position over here, just like this. Then you're going to take the last ace and just turn it over on top. So now you can do the production, so just like this, and show the 4 aces. You're going to peel off 1, 2, 3, 4, and get a break on the top card. You scrap all the cards and steal that top card off while setting the deck down. Now you're going to hold the cards in middle grip and peel off 1, 2, 3 cards. This double here will go on top of the cards. Then you're going to scrap everything, turn it over, and you're going to peel off the bottom ace, set everything down, make sure not to flash that card like I just did, and then you're just going to explain that the cards will go from face down to face up when you shake them like this. So they're going to go like this, and then you're going to pick up the cards like this in this grip here, and then at the same time you're going to be turning this hand over and turning the card over, so it just looks like you're just turning the ace over. Then put that ace back on top and then transfer it to your left hand. So now you can give it a little shake and just do 1 normal Elmsley count. Use this last card to flip that ace over and put this card on the bottom. Now you're going to do 1 more Elmsley count showing that they're all normal, and we're going to get ready for the second ace. Do another shake, do another Elmsley count showing a second ace over here. Flip it over and put this card on top. Now you're going to hold the cards in middle grip and go 1, 2, 3, put the double on top, and then you're going to square up everything, give it 1 more little shake, and then you're going to do an Ascanio spread. So you're going to take the top card, the bottom card, and then the second to last card. That's what I should have said earlier. So you're going to take the top card, the bottom card, and then the second to last card. And then this is a double here. So you're going to take the double out and then scrap all the cards here, flip them over, put the double on top, and then flip over everything once more. Do 1 more Elmsley count, just a normal Elmsley count, and then you're going to take the cards, give them 1 more shake, and say the ace of spades is the hardest one, and then just do 1 more normal Elmsley count, but just make sure to out-jog that ace. Spin out the card, and then get a break on that top card, put the ace down, get the double off like this, and then use this hand to just flip over those cards, put the double on top, and now you have 4 aces face up. Scrap the cards, flip them over, and just do 1 more Elmsley count like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you're just going to do the shake change with the whole packet like this. And that will flip over everything except for that indifferent card. And then all you're going to do now is place the cards on top. Just make sure they don't flash. And then cut the cards into the middle. And then just do a hand motion like this and spread out the cards. And that is essentially the entire trick. So I know this is very confusing and it might be pretty difficult to memorize all those moves for some of you, but trust me guys, I felt the exact same way when I learned this, and it only took me like a couple of days to really just memorize and get it down. And once you guys perform it to people, they will be utterly fooled, because it's just such an amazing visual trick how they just turn over 1 at a time. And then the final kicker ending when they turn over in a deck, that will just blow people away because you didn't even touch the cards. So yeah guys, that's basically the trick. I really hope you guys practice this one, and it is a really, really cool variation off of the twisting the aces trick. So anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys for my next one. Bye.